Hey everyone, it's James from the Fit RV, and I've got like a project I'm going to try to do lightning fast. So, since I've got this outdoor storage box on our RV now, I've been able to move everything that I formerly had hanging on this wall into that box. So, this is our camera case. It's where we carry all the camera gear in, and it's been rattling around under the dinette for 2 years, driving me nuts because it's right behind the driver's seat. So, now that this wall is clear, I'm going to try to store that box in this wall. But we're leaving on a trip in 4 days. So I'm going to have to do things a little fast. I've decided I will accept visible fasteners in this project. And I don't have time to like stain or shellac any pieces or whatever. So I'm going to be using laminate. So I've got some like tan laminate I'm going to be using for the pieces that go in here. So it's going to be quick and dirty, but you're only ever going to see it when the back doors are open. So with that said, I got to get going because I got 4 days. So Steph, it's all up to you to get this on film. All right, let's go. Well, thanks to the pioneering work of others like Marlon Knox and nameless axe-wielding guy, I know that it's hollow behind here. So I'm going to start by drilling myself a hole in there, and then we'll see how much I can cut out. Hopefully it's enough to fit that camera bag. Okay, the battery-powered drill is clearly not up to the task. I'll be right back. Haha! Need to get the wires. All right. It's the wires coming out of the back of that light fixture, see that? And then over here, this black thing, that's the drain pipe. Okay, so I've decided since I'm not trying to save this piece, I can cut some just big, ugly holes here so that I can get a better look at what's inside. I just know I've got these wires to watch out for. So I'm going to kind of hold those aside and just cut. Here's Johnny! That's what I feel like doing. I hate dust almost as much as I hate sand. Okay, and so here we have proof today that my projects don't always go as I had planned. Ran into a number of problems with this one. The first of which being, this isn't all that deep. I know it looks like there's just ungodly amounts of room back there, but it's only 3.5 inches deep plus the 5/8 of an inch plywood. And the box I wanted to store in there was 10 inches deep, and so that just wasn't gonna work. And I tried to find other things to put in there, like, you know, bike helmets. That won't even fit in. The only place you've got a little room is where the cutout is for this window. You can come out a little further. So I couldn't put what I wanted to put in there. Next problem is there's a vent pipe that kind of starts here and ends up here. It runs at this weird angle, so if you want a squarish kind of opening, you can't really make it all that wide this way without tearing the entire back wall off and fixing that pipe. Didn't have the time to do that. Even on this side, where there kind of was a lot of room, I mean, that's less than 3.5 inches wide by the time you get in there, and you got to wedge things in there, and I already had put a bunch of insulation in there I didn't want to mess up, so I didn't want to go too far that way. So that, and the fact that I got called away to Seattle in the middle of the week, and, you know, one thing after another, I decided to do the most unimaginative and boring thing I could do. So I blocked off the sides here with some 1x material, and then I built a box. And this is the box that I'm going to put in there, a rather unimaginative gray rectangle. Anyway, building a box isn't terribly exciting, unless you do it the way I do. Oh, for crying out loud! Come on! But this is what I came up with. It's about 4 inches deep. It's got a shelf up here. I did eventually come up with something, well, Steph did actually, that will fit in this space, so I'll be showing that. And basically I'm just going to screw right through the sides of the box into that blocking that I've got already mounted up in the OVs. Alright, so I decided to pre-drill the holes here before I took it outside. So to keep the drill bit from skittering about on the slick surface, I have a punch. I'm going to punch a hole there, and then you just drill through. I've got a countersink with a depth stop on it. Look at that. You'd almost think I knew what I was doing. So the only other thing I've got to do here is I'm good with a jigsaw, but I'm not perfect. So I've actually got a little molding I've been working on out back that I'm going to bring and just kind of tack in place to cover up that sort of uneven gap. Spray paint. I feel like a teenager. So I've got the molding here, and I've decided I'm going to miter it to go around that frame. And so this is how I cut miters. I cut them on the table saw with this jig that I made. Basically, as long as you cut 1/2 of the miter on this side, 1/2 of the miter on that side, they're always going to match up to exactly 90 degrees, because that's what I measured this as. If you do it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, here we go. Okay, and to attach the molding, I'm going to use probably the coolest sounding tool I own. The headless pin nailer. That's actually the name of this tool, and it's awesome. I should use it more just because of the name. Anyway, the molding is so thin that a nail with a head would just split the molding. So this little headless pin nailer is just the right tool for the job. Ta-da! Now I gotta get, I'm gonna put something on here to keep things from falling out, because what we're gonna be storing in here is this, our Go Sun grill. So it fits, and the other piece will fit in there too, but I gotta keep it in there. So let me go get something and I'll work on that next. Check it out, I'm recycling. This is one of the pieces we had hanging on the back wall before, and now it's gonna keep our Go Sun in said compartment. So there we go. So the project didn't turn out exactly like I had hoped. I may, at some point in the future, tear this whole wall off and try again. We'll see. Anyway, but I got done in the amount of time, and since we have to pack up the RV tomorrow, I think I did okay. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Kitty.
You filming our cat again?
He's so cute.